Farmers in Taikkyi, Myanmar complete their initial volunteer training to join the big Tzu Chi family. We look back at how Jing Si Aphorisms poster began to circulate in Taiwan. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. After last year's devastating floods, Tzu Chi distributed seeds to farmers in Taikkyi, Myanmar to help them replant their fields. To repay this kindness, many farmers showed an interest in becoming volunteers. In January of this year, Tzu Chi began a 3-month volunteer training program. At the conclusion of this course, 21 farmers are now wearing the gray and white uniform, indicating they're members of the Tzu Chi family.
At 5 o'clock in the morning, farmers from Nakwen carry rice that they have saved and board this bus for Yangon. Among them is Yu San Thane, who is responsible for the rice bank movement.
The master started Tzu Chi by asking people to collect money. We have a similar wish to contribute. After becoming a volunteer, we will work even harder, not only in our own village, but also to inspire neighboring villages.
These 21 farmers have an average age that is over 50 years old. As each of them is the main economic provider for their family, taking the time to participate in volunteer training is not easy for them. It is, however, paying benefits, with 6 people from the Taikkyi already giving up their betel nut chewing habit.
Now that these farmers have given up betel nut, they have more money to give to their wives for daily living expenses. This makes the whole family happy, which has encouraged me to become a volunteer.
At today's graduation, each volunteer is given a uniform, with many of them wearing pants for the first time in their lives. While some appear shy, they're all happy and revel in the joy and beauty of the group.
Before joining Tzu Chi, I just followed the 5 Buddhist precepts. But after entering Tzu Chi, I now follow the 10 precepts of Tzu Chi, and I must be compassionate. I feel happier now.
Tzu Chi inspires goodness in people. We use love to become better people and be a force of good for society.
Putting on these gray shirts and white pants, this group of farmers have gone from being the recipients of care to a force that is fully mobilized to help others in need.
In Quezon City of the Philippines, at Pasong Tamo Elementary School, Tzu Chi's local chapter has held several rice distributions in the past. Recently, in late March, prior to the graduation ceremony, Tzu Chi volunteers held an event so graduates could express gratitude to their teachers.
It's not exactly a red carpet welcome, but the sounds of the students singing and cheering surely moves the hearts of these teachers and shows how much the students love them.
Teachers are really important to us because they have done so much for us and also help us realize our dreams.
Prior to Pasong Tamo Elementary School's graduation ceremony, the graduating class presented their teachers with a personal thank you note and a cup of tea to express their gratitude and say their goodbyes as they move on to the next chapter of their lives.
Sa pamamagitan ng ganitong tea ceremony,
This tea ceremony is kind of like a reminder that a teacher is like a child's second parent. As educators, it is up to us to be a positive influence, show love to them and help them grow by offering guidance and get them thinking in the right direction.
nagmamahal, umaagapay sa mga eskwela.
As the Tzu Chi Philippines chapter has used the school to host rice distributions over the course of many years, it organized today's event and is giving graduating students an English dictionary as a graduation gift. The principal also has plans to display Jing Si Aphorisms around school grounds.
In the future, I want the aphorism prepare for a murals. So they have to put this in the wall, and every time they will see the children. They will go up to the classrooms. They can see now the aphorism.
Here at this elementary school, over the course of 6 years, these students have grown into good, mindful young people. Thanks to their teachers and a humanistic education, this school will continue to cultivate virtuous young people for years to come.
In the Philippines this past March, Tzu Chi held an international medical forum as well as a large free clinic that drew a crowd of prominent medical professionals from 7 different countries to participate. After the event, a group of Tima volunteers recently made a visit to Hualien's Jing Si abode to report to Master Zheng Yan. At the occasion, Master Zheng Yan commended the medical professionals for their contribution in the Philippines.
Back in March, a medical forum and free clinic were held in the Philippines, with the attendance of nearly 1,000 medical students, doctors, and nurses from 7 countries. Some of the attendees have recently returned to Hualien's Jing Si abode to share their experience.
这回在迄个所在啦，办这个论坛是真成功吼，这么成功呢，恁互因看到真多呢的个案。就是患者也上台吼，甲医生这种医病情啦，医生甲病人的感情，吼，那还是呢上台，这是一个最好的见证啊！哦，这是慈济的慈善医疗，在菲律宾呢是真正生根落去，生根了啦。
Among the doctors who took part in the free clinic in the Philippines were Dr. Antonio Say and Robert Tsai, who led the doctors in providing the service. They have also discovered many cases of eye tumors and ear infection that need to be taken care of.
We doctors would like to establish a new department for eye care and ear problems. It's actually worked out well on both sides so far. Tima and local hospitals have been very effective working together. So as we start to develop this new area, it's excellent that we already work so well together.
The CEO of Tzu Chi's medical missions, Dr. Lin Chin Lon, also attended the March Free Clinic with a group of doctors from Tzu Chi Hualien Hospital's dental department. While in the Philippines, they helped a 14-year-old girl.
这份情，真的就是咱真正有爱心，这个爱心啦，这就是祝福。有心发愿啦，有心有愿，有心就有福，有愿就有力啦。就安尼甲恁讲哦，吼。
All of these doctors share the same commitment to provide medical care for the sick and impoverished all over the world. Such selfless devotion and love are at the core of Tima's medical mission.
Another group of visitors has also traveled to Hualien's Jing Si abode to report to Master Zheng Yan. In the aftermath of 2015 earthquake in Nepal, the Tzu Chi Foundation has planned to help rebuild a hospital, 3 elementary and secondary schools, and a university there. The architectural commissioners from Taiwan, Malaysia, and the Philippines, in addition to the architects from Philippines' Polar Fox Architecture Group, recently reported their architectural design progress to Master Zheng Yan.
Master's comments here was to add canopy for the rain.
After several rounds of discussions, Tzu Chi's architectural commissioners from Taiwan, Philippines, and Malaysia accompanied the team from Philippines' Polar Fox Architecture Group to bring their architectural design to Jing Si abode again.
The Taiwanese team went to Manila to finalize the reporting for the reporting today. So what we have done is a unified decision for Master to be approved.
The members of this international team have worked together to incorporate the needs of people in Nepal into the design of 3 elementary and secondary schools, a university, and a hospital there.
This project, Project Hope, we added 2 more, which is heritage and culture, and lastly, spirituality. With all these principles being applied, we would want to achieve a harmonious balance between the built environment and the unbuilt environment, which is the structure itself and the nature.
After getting the approval for their architectural designs, the construction team will then enter the next stage of construction preparation in their efforts to help the people and students of Nepal rebuild their life. As you might already know, Jing Si Aphorisms are simple words of wisdom spoken by Master Zheng Yan that can easily be understood by people of all ages and ethnicities. To give more people a chance to come into touch with these words, a Tzu Chi volunteer decided to make Jing Si Aphorisms posters 12 years ago. Now these posters and even bumper stickers can be seen everywhere.
Tzu Chi cares for everyone indifferently. I truly admire this charity. Master Zheng Yan is an accomplished Dharma master.
Standing while raising his hand and rest, Chen writes beautifully without shuddering. Once he completes a piece, a painter then adds the finished touch.
As tolerance leads to wholesomeness, I'm adding grapes, which is wholesome.
In less than half an hour, a handmade Jing Si Aphorism poster is completed. This pair helped give birth to the posters 12 years ago.
One day, Chen Liling said to me that her father has been writing Jing Si Aphorisms and wanted to see if I could touch up his work a little bit, as passers-by might be attracted by the drawings and then study the words.
At first, the posters were meant to guide youth who have lost their way, which was why the posters were mainly found in residential communities.
We needed something that can be made easily and also has to be big, so people can read off of it, which was why we decided to make posters. So we bought a large sheet of paper for about 30 cents and folded it into 4-fold. To save money, we wrote on both sides of the paper and then laminated the poster.
At first, the posters worked well, but as they weren't waterproof, Chen decided to laminate them so they may be used repeatedly. She also decided to stamp the posters so she knows exactly who is responsible for each poster.
I will jot down the names of the sketch artist, calligrapher, and the person who laminated the poster. That way, I can always keep track.
The artwork on the posters also varied according to the target group the posters want to attract.
信为道眼功德母，师父怎么说？他怎么样的相信啊？你看，就是心中啊有这一份法，他就会应育人如何把这一份法要深入人间呐、人间菩萨去大招生。
Since 2004, the Jing Si Aphorism posters began to circulate in Taiwan. The volunteers plastering the posters across the country were like the mendicant monks from the Buddha's era.
第一就是要自己呀、如何放下身段哦。那第二呢，最重要就是要弘法，这叫做化缘哈、用这种的方法啦。 广结这个缘。
尽是好话满街跑，开跑！
乘客上车之前就可以看到这些话的话，大家应该都这样做，社会会比较祥和。
咱知啊，咱台湾有一个活动叫做什么？
好话一条街。
对，好话一条街。那么咱菲律宾，咱有什么？
好话满街跑。
When we study human behaviors, an important theory comes into play which is called health belief model. An important element of this model is called cues to action. What it means is that people are triggered to modify their behavior by internal or external cues.
Slogans have known to have an effect on human behaviors. In fact, slogans have long affected Taiwan for years.
In early days, there were slogans plastered all over the walls and streets of Taiwan. Of course, they were mostly related to government agendas due to the background of that period. However, this new movement transcends politics and is not related to raising health awareness. It is not stereotyped or regulated, but very much related to our daily life.
也都从来没有间断。
短的有的时候有必要，有时候没有必要。
希望我们每一条街都能走过我们的足迹。
Now, 12 years later, the posters are now professionally printed, with spring couplet version available.
通
Typically, this kind is more popular as it's prettier. It can also be reused more often as it is double-sided. However, during the Chinese New Year period, some shops would opt for the more festive spring couplets. The words just make you feel very good. By studying, we'll really improve ourselves.
老板娘，你要不要写一下说我的介绍？
你们用的都很好啊。
感恩呢。
我觉得这个好了。
这个好，
我觉得笑最重要。让我这对人对事。
This has greatly helped me better cope with people and obstacles. I'm grateful that whenever I'm stuck in life, I just look at the poster and will be enlightened. Our customers will take a look whenever they pass by. The words are inspirational. I think they're great.
Whenever we are upset or happy and see these words of wisdom, perhaps we will reflect on ourselves. So these powerful posters inspire us in silence.
Every Jing Si aphorism can help inspire people and help them embrace simplicity and purity. By circulating the Jing Si aphorism posters, the world will surely become more harmonious.
Next, we meet a Tzu Chi care recipient in Myanmar, Taiwan, who is paying back Tzu Chi's assistance by volunteering at free clinics. Mr. Wu, who is visually impaired, could not make a living. Fortunately, he met Tzu Chi volunteer Jing Si, who patiently guided him in massage techniques. Currently, Mr. Wu regularly visits free clinic in Zhuolan to provide massage as a way to help others.
The massage service at the Zhuolan Free Clinic is quite popular with elderly people in the community. Mr. Wu is now a masseur, though previously he was a Tzu Chi care recipient. When he divorced, his children were still young, and his congenital amblyopia made it hard for him to make a living. Fortunately, a visually impaired volunteer, Jing Si, was willing to lend a helping hand.
Open your hand like this when you press the scapula. Use your open hand to massage these shoulder blades.
Taking Mr. Wu's hand, Lin patiently teaches and shows him the correct technique and how to apply pressure.
I am determined to learn. However, even after getting the certificate, I wasn't able to get the hang of doing massage.
I'm also visually impaired, so I wanted to help. We can't do everything on our own. I've been very encouraging and told him he can even do this at home.
Each month, Lin invites him to volunteer at the Zhuolan Free Clinic, helping perform massage for those who feel muscle and bone pain. This grandmother repays their kindness by offering them a cup of tea. After consuming this cup of tea, lovingly offered by this elderly woman, Mr. Wu says he is full of happiness after helping others.
Next, we meet a recycling volunteer in China who not only recycles, but also leads a simple life with gratitude. Liu Zhenzhen from Changsha has been practicing recycling every day since she retired from the hospital. In addition, she has set up a recycling point at her house so people in the community can also join her effort in protecting the environment. Besides that, Liu's husband has also joined her effort to serve the public by helping out at Tzu Chi's free clinics. Let's take a look.
She turned the recyclable oil into soap, and these jars of enzyme come from flu pills.
It says, "I love you, I'm grateful to you."
She does her part to protect the environment every day.
Doing laundry by hand saves water and energy. I have air conditioners at home, but I have never used them. I use my basket, not his plastic bags. If I can take the bus, I don't take the taxi. If I can walk, I don't take the bus. This is how I demand myself.
She also set up a recycling point at her door.
I have some gold at home. When can I bring them to you?
Liu Zhenzhen's husband is an orthopedic specialist, and he often holds a free clinic at the Tzu Chi office.
He said he won't come if he gets paid for doing it. He's willing to help other people.
In helping others and protecting the environment, the couple relished in their joy of giving.
In Hualien Shouling Township, a single mother established an after-school class for children in the Wenlan indigenous community. Combining outside resources and support of the community, Zhang Yingqing works to instill love and hope in young minds.
In the Wenlan indigenous community of Hualien's Xiaolin Township, Miss Xue raises her 4 children with the meager income from harvesting bird's nest fern and working odd jobs.
I work odd jobs, such as harvesting bird's nest fern and gingers. When I fall ill, I cannot work and have to borrow money. I would then owe people money for my children's breakfast. I pay back the money when I start working again after recovery.
Residents working odd jobs is common in remote tribes, since there are few stable job opportunities. As a result, people move out for work, leaving behind the seniors and children.
Nearly 70% of them are raised by their poor grandparents.
While school shelters the children in the daytime, the streets become their playground after school, since their parents are not by their side.
The seniors do not really know how to help the children with their studies. In some cases, they simply do not pay attention to the kids.
Zhang Yingqing, who returned to the tribe 3 years ago, saw how the children loitered on the streets. Therefore, in September of 2015, she founded the Let There Be Love after-school class on her family's empty lot.
As we gather then, they will learn from each other as a team. The children learn from us. As we carry ourselves properly, the children will too.
In its early days, the after-school class lacked tables, chairs, and stationery. Zhang, who works in the library, puts what is left after family expenditures into running the class. She also canvasses for donations through the internet, hoping to help the children with their studies and daily living.
I think it's good for them to go there, so they will not be wandering around. They will return home on time. Nowadays, some children do not go home, and you do not get to see them.
In less than a year since its establishment, the after-school class has attracted many more parents to lend their assistance. While some help the children with their studies, others provide meals for them.
While the scale of the after-school class is small and is attended by a few students, it carries a significant meaning. Like I said, it helps the children see a different world through self-development and self-reflection.
Despite the lack of resources, Zhang has not slowed down in her steps in helping the children. She continues to seek outside resources and support of the tribe with a determination to help every child.
Many people have asked me, how many kids are there? I said, 30 of them. Every student is like my own child.
Despite all the obstacles, Zhang continues to safeguard the children with the firm belief that children are the future of the tribe.
In Pingdong County, Tzu Chi volunteers held a stem cell registry drive at the Chaozhou train station for the first time. 150 Tzu Chi volunteers were on site to encourage all to save lives. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.